So the NASA team broke up into two groups with Matt, Anthony, Gabby on one, and me, Tyler, Sam, and Liam on another.
Gabby and I mostly worked on getting the car through these swervy loop walls. We already had that down pretty well, so all we needed to do was just refine some values, and it went really well through. We had Liam and Ben working on OpenCV, that's computer vision, that's working with the camera, and they had to try to follow the line. We had Matt and Anthony, they were working on the green light, to start on a green light. We didn't end up actually using that, so they kind of split off and worked with Liam and Ben on the line follower. And Tyler kind of bounced around.
Matt and I mostly worked on what's called OpenCV, which allowed the car to see where it was going and detect things like a yellow line in front of it or a green light when to start the course. And Gabby was mostly focused on the part of the car that's actually taking data in from the LiDAR and telling it where to go. But we did a lot of jumping around, and people ran into roadblocks, and we all kind of came together to help on that part.
My first coding experience, besides doing LEGO Mindstorm robot stuff over the summer, just like up in middle school, or making really simple games during the school year, I took Python over the freshman year, and I really enjoyed it. So I kind of did some hobby programming outside of it, just went onto some websites that gave me problems I could solve, but that really wasn't enough. So I would say that the first real coding project, full-on stuff I did, was definitely here. It was a great project.
So about a year ago, I got an Arduino Uno for Christmas, which is a small open source computing board, and used the computer language C. I learned about 5 commands in that, and somehow lost it. I didn't do any coding after that for a while, until this program at the start of the summer. And in 2 weeks, I went from knowing 5 commands in C to having a significant background in Python, knowing how to use Ubuntu, and knowing a good portion of ROS.
So before this, the only real coding experience I had was I took a Introduction to Python class right here at Nazi High School, and that was really the only experience I had going into this program. A lot of the car's code was written in Python, so that was very useful, but I definitely learned way more than I ever could have in that Python class in this course. So the competition at MIT was really a culmination of like 4 or 5 weeks of work over the summer that really me and the rest of our team put in which we raced against various other teams who had stayed at MIT and done the course there. And it was a really great experience for me because I really got to see how my work was stacked up against the work of kids, like the top kids in the country for this type of field, and it was a really interesting experience for me.
The competition at MIT was an amazing experience. We got to go to the Johnson Ice Rink for 2 days straight, and there's no window, so you lose your perception of time while you're just sitting there troubleshooting your code and making new code for things that you didn't know you were going to need and all that. The first day we were up at MIT, it was a prep day, so we got to see the actual course. We got to test out our code, figure out what we need to improve, what we would need to make from scratch over the night and over the next few hours on that day. And the second day we actually got to compete, which was a bit stressful, but it was a very fun experience, and we got to meet all the other people who actually stayed in the residential program, which was really neat, so we could see what else was going on and what sort of things that we did differently, what we were in the loop about, what we weren't in the loop about, all those different things.